A very good morning to you all and welcome to Sport Resolution's annual conference for 2018 in association with Winston.
At this conference we will discuss mental health, integrity and transgender athlete rights. We make no apology for selecting topics that are challenging, and we aim to debate them and to discuss the issues that arise in an open, fair and transparent way.
Totally unprepared to transition into the real world, and that loss of control, that vulnerability was terrifying. And for me it manifested itself as agoraphobia as I fell into depression.
Being part of a sports team is a very unique thing, and when you're part of something, particularly for the London Olympics and the Rio Olympic Games, you know, I was part of a team that was incredibly special, and we created something that was just amazing, and the bonds that we had were incredible. And so when I wasn't a part of that, or I was in the squad but kind of wasn't because I was injured, that sense of belonging was not really there, and that was very difficult to deal with.
When the panels were set up for these CAS hearings from the Russian athletes, Michael Belov QC was nominated, I think, by the IOC to be a member of one of the panels, or both. He was challenged by the Russian athletes. He stood aside. The person who replaced him was the former Secretary General of the International Biathlon Union, who had, amongst other things, published an article validating the reasons why Russia was right in invading Crimea in 2014. And he even has been on the record speculating that the information that might be obtained from the hard drive of the lab in Moscow might not be able to withstand legal scrutiny. So there's an independent person on the panel. I'll leave you to reach a conclusion.
My serious question is to whether we can credibly create so-called independent organisations within those federations, because everything points to an abject failure of self-regulation.
I think there are things that we might learn from the Paralympic Association in terms of points processes, because if there was a better understanding of the impact on performance, in particular sports, of certain testosterone levels, then what might be possible is to to make the sport as inclusive as possible, but with some kind of point system, which would work both for individual and team competition. So if there were the research there, which would allow people to make a better analysis of the impact of testosterone levels. So rather than it being an exclusionary rule, you could have inclusion, but with some kind of handicapping or point system. I think that might be a better solution.
I think the conference is fantastic. I've known Sport Resolutions actually since the organisation started, and everything they've done actually that I've been involved with has been really good, and the conference today has got great speakers, great topics, and a certain human element I think that we don't always get in conferences like this.
I'm really keen on sort of taking part in the Sports Resolution panel and using some of the insights that were given throughout the course of the day in the work I'll be doing with Sports Resolution. So, really, it was really a valuable experience. Yeah.
I like the Sports Resolution conference because it's got a very broad array of both subject matter and the people that attend it. I'm a lawyer, but it's nice not to speak to lawyers every time I go to something like this.